Hi, I'm Terry, and I'm nuts about stamping. I'm back today with another Sundays with Sizzix project. It's this masculine card that I created. Could be great for a graduation card for a man in your life, or it could be for Father's Day, or maybe a birthday. Here's what I used to make this card. My Big Shot, my platform, my 2 standard cutting pads, and my Square Lattice Textured Impressions embossing folder. I think this is the best folder for masculine type cards. For cardstock, I used Not Quite Navy, Whisper White, and Cherry Cobbler. I also used some designer series paper. I used the Nautical Expressions designer series paper that's in the Summer Mini catalog. I used my Not Quite Navy stamp pad, the classic pad. And along with that, I used Travel Log and the Open Sea. Both of these stamp sets are in the Summer Mini catalog, and I think they're the best stamp sets for masculine type cards. And because I purchased the Clearmount stamp sets, I used Clearmount D and Clearmount B. For adhesive, I used my Stampin' Dimensionals, my snail adhesive, and my 2-way glue pen. I used 2 punches. I used the Cogs punch. Sad to say, this punch is retiring at the end of June. So if you like the card I created today or other cards you've seen with the Cogs punch, this punch is great for scrapbook pages. You can do a whole border down the side or across the top or bottom. This punch is retiring June 30th. And I used my word window punch and my bone folder and my paper snips. I'll be back in a moment and I'll show you how to create the layer for your card front. So the first thing we want to do to make this card is to do the layer with the Big Shot. So I'm going to put my Not Quite Navy cardstock in here, turn it around. My sandwich is the platform on tab 1, bottom standard cutting pad, my embossing folder with the Not Quite Navy inside, and this top standard cutting pad, and then you're just going to run it through the embossing folder. You'll have seen many videos I've done using this folder. I think it's one of my favorites so far. All right, let me move this out of the way and bring in my original. So my card base is the Cherry Cobbler, so I created that. Then using my adhesive, I adhered the Not Quite Navy embossed layer. I put a strip of the Nautical Expressions designer series paper on the front. I stamped with the Not Quite Navy the image from the Open Sea, and then I actually cut it out with my paper snips. We don't have a circle that's exactly that shape, so I just cut it out and it looks just fine. I adhered that on. Then I used the phrase from the travel log. I showed you this a couple of weeks ago in a video that I did. I stamped the entire phrase but just punched out the places we go using my word window punch and adhered that to the strip of designer series paper. And then the card seemed kind of plain, so I thought I'll add a final element. I stamped and punched out the compass rose. Oh, I used my 1-inch circle punch to punch that out. Sorry, forgot to mention that. And then I used a scrap of Cherry Cobbler and my Cogs punched out the large cog, and then using my 2-way glue pen, I adhered the edge of I put the adhesive on the edge of the circle and adhered it to the cog. And then to adhere the cog to the layer on the card front, I used my Stampin' Dimensionals. And that's it. This card went together very quickly, and the people that have seen it, I had a class yesterday at my house and a club meeting at my house. Everybody really loved this card, so I'm sure the man in your life will love it too. For a complete list of the supplies and the measurements to make this card, please visit my blog, www.nutsaboutstamping.com. While on my blog, you can look through all the other samples I have there. You can ask me a question using the Contact Me button in the top navigation bar, or you can subscribe to my customer e-newsletters using the Join My Mailing List box in the top left-hand side. I have a customer e-newsletter coming out this week, so this would be the day to subscribe. I'm Terry. I am nuts about stamping. See you next time. Bye for now.